So in today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how to do your makeup for a camping festival. I'm also going to be going over a ton of suggestions and tips on different techniques you can use, how you can pack, what items are more fitting for a camping festival versus like if you were staying in a hotel and you were able to bring like your entire kit with you. This is super beginner friendly. I'm going to be using minimal amount of tools, my hands for a lot of this, and I'm just really going to be keeping in mind, like if you were camping at a festival, how can you still look a little snatched, look a little elevated, but not like a full beat face with like all glam. I've picked up some new items that I've actually been really excited about, and then I have some of my like favorite of all time items in here. I have a lot of drugstore in here because I want to keep it affordable. A lot of us are on a budget, so I want to be aware of that. If you're interested in that, please stick around. Oh, and also everything will be linked down below. So yeah, all the products I mentioned, I'll put them down below. It's also like sweltering hot in my room right now. It's been like 90 degrees all week in New Jersey. So got my little tube top on here for a reason. Okay, so first off, I want to start, before we do any makeup, I want to talk about some things you should think about when you're packing for a camping festival. So one, I want to keep in mind that a lot of you guys want to pack light. You don't want to bring like an entire kit of makeup with you. You don't want to bring brushes, and especially like if you're a beginner and you don't even have that many items, there are some key things that you can pick up from the drugstore that will be perfectly fine, and you can use those and you can be good to go. I would most likely not go very heavy with makeup for a camping festival. One, because some of you guys might not be showering, some of you might just be using makeup wipes to take off your makeup and not be doing your like whole skincare routine, and it's hot. It's summer, you're gonna be sweating. The next thing I wanna mention is you guys should definitely be using sunscreen. So I'm gonna show you guys, my dog Leo is here. He just opened the door. Yeah, there he is. Hi, come here. Ooh, come say hi to everybody. This is Leo. He's visiting. He usually lives with my parents, but he's here for the weekend. Wanna go up here? He'll just be hanging out in the background here. Hopefully he doesn't bark. Yeah, so I do want to touch on sunscreen because I 1000% would be wearing that under my makeup. One thing I will mention, if you're like, you don't even know where to begin, go with cream products. Cream eyeshadows, cream blushes, cream highlighters. There you can apply them with your hands. It's sort of like a super fast way to put your makeup on so you're not sitting there for an hour doing your makeup. Other thing I will be keeping in mind here too are palettes. Sometimes palettes are a good way to go. I'll show you guys a couple items. What I mean by that is like a palette that has like a blush, a highlighter, and a bronzer in it, so you can just pack one palette and that's all you need for the whole weekend. Another thing to keep in mind is go mini. There are so many mini versions of products that I'm going to be showing you, and I also have mini skincare. So yeah, keep in mind that when you're packing, you want to pack light so you can purchase smaller sizes of your favorite makeup items. All right, so I've done enough talking, so we're gonna get into it. So first up is primer. You want to prime your face pretty much so that it's the perfect base for your makeup to sit on top of. There's tons of different primers out there. I like to use hydrating ones or illuminating ones because I'm on the normal to drier side. You want to use a mattifying one or a pore filling one if you're more oily, and again, it'll make your makeup last longer and then it'll fill in pores, that kind of thing. But first, one thing I want to do is I'm going to put on some sunscreen on my face. This is the Clear Face from Neutrogena. This is SPF 30, and it's oil free, which is what I need again. Mainly on my nose because that's where I burn the most. Don't forget your ears. All right, so we want to make sure we're covered with SPF. A lot of times you'll see people shying away from using sunscreen when they're applying makeup because sometimes SPF can have flashback when you take photos, but you're going to be outside at a festival, so I think it's of the utmost importance that you do put sunscreen on before you do makeup. The next thing, this is a trick I learned from Tati here on YouTube. She's a literal beauty guru legend. I saw Scott Barnes, who's a famous makeup artist, use this on her, so naturally I went out and bought it. But this is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Body Mist Sunscreen. This is SPF 45. If you want some serious body glow and also protect yourself from the sun, use this. So I'm just gonna spray this on myself here. See how glowy that is? I know I can't breathe in here. So back to primer. So I have a couple here. Ones that I highly recommend that I love is the Maybelline Master Prime primers. Again, this is the Hydrate and Smooth. This is a great drugstore primer. You're gonna notice with a lot of my products, this is another tip that I have, are plastic tubes. A lot of them are like this, my foundation. These are easy to pack, they don't break. You can just throw them in your bag and you don't have to worry about anything. So I like a lot of the tube products. This is another one, Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer, Healthy Glow, really nice, illuminating, affordable primer. I just picked this up. I haven't used it yet, but it has really, really good reviews. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. But today we're gonna be trying out a new primer. It's very illuminating. It's called called the Lumi Glotion. This is from L'Oreal. I got the light. They have fair, light, medium, tan, so they do have different colors of this. And this is supposed to be primer, and it really illuminates your face. You guys will see very quickly that I love to be glowy, especially at like a festival and it's summertime. Like, I want to be bronzed. I want to be as highlighted as fuck. So we're just gonna go to town with it, but I don't know how much you need. I feel like that's probably fine. Feels really nice and moisturizing. So now we have a nice little glow to the skin. One thing I will say, 2 items that are always in my kit: Neutrogena makeup wipes and a face towel. I use these religiously. Again, I'm gonna be using my hands a lot today, so it's good just to bring a towel to like wipe off your hands. Okay, foundations next. Again, I highly recommend bringing a foundation that's in a plastic tube. I have the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream, one of my absolute favorite holy grail foundations, but this is a little bit more expensive, but it's incredible. This is a CC cream, so it's basically color correcting. It's full coverage. It's incredible. It will cover everything, and it has SPF 50, so that's an incredible option. The L'Oreal Pro Glow is a great drugstore option. They have a Pro Matte as well if you're on the oilier side. I love that. But today I'm going to be using a tinted moisturizer because, again, I want to go way lighter with a foundation, and my skin sort of clears up in the summer. But Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream is awesome. It's a lighter wash of color, but it'll still, you can build it up. You can just apply this with your fingertips. So hopefully this is my right color. I haven't used it since like last summer, but I'm in Wheat 4.5. Apply this to the skin, and I'm going to blend in with my hands. I'm gonna take it down my neck. It feels so gross the first time you do this. Now I'm just sort of like patting it in. I think that was probably a little bit too much, but that's all right. So you'll see it gives your skin such a nice, like, healthy glow. This one's really, really nice. Wipe my hands off. I'm just gonna clean up any areas. All right, concealer is next. So you can pretty much use whatever concealer you're comfortable with. There's so many good ones from the drugstore. Maybelline makes a bunch of really incredible ones. I have here Colourpop, which I love, and then I also have Catrice Liquid Camouflage, so bomb. I don't know what I want to use. I might use the Colourpop one, but again, e.l.f. has an incredible concealer. So I'm gonna basically do this under my eyes to correct any of my dark circles. I'm not gonna go as heavy again because I'm using a lighter foundation. I'm gonna correct any blemishes I have sticking through. And again, I'm gonna tap very lightly with my finger and just blend that in. Your fingers are the best tools because it melts the products in, but just don't swipe with concealer. You want to tap it in. And then for under your eyes, you could bring a brush if you want. I'm not going to use a beauty blender today because I don't want to go through the process of wetting it in the forest. Like, you don't, in the forest, wherever you're camping, you don't need to do that. So I'm going to blend in with my finger. And I'm bringing it down to blend it in with my foundation. And then coming up right under my lash line there. Sorry, I'm giving you all the finger right now. And I'm gonna come on my eye too. Now we've got like a nice, flawless, glowy base. So usually you would like set it with powder next, but I still have a couple more cream products to show you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do next. You could go in with a cream contour if you want. I might actually add a little bit of dimension. This is a Wet n Wild Mega Glow Stick. I'm gonna add a little bit of contour to the top of my head, cheekbones, jawline, and the sides of my nose. This I'm gonna use a brush with. So first, nose, I like to just match the sides, and we'll clean that up after. Okay, this you're actually gonna need a brush with. It doesn't matter what kind. This is just a Real Techniques foundation brush. And I'm really just gonna like pat that in and sort of like blend it into my hairline because we're gonna give the illusion of a smaller forehead. And also we're gonna add some dimension back into our face. This is like snatching your jawline and you wanna bring it down your neck so we're all nice and blended. Next, you could go in with a cream blush. I forgot mine at work. I don't have it with me, but I use the Wet n Wild. It looks exactly like this, but it's a blush color. You can just dab that on your cheeks and then blend it in with your fingers. Flower Beauty also makes a really good one called the the Cloud Bombs. Again, you just like pat it in. What I'm gonna try and do, okay, that just kind of worked. Okay, so I improvised. So I'm actually gonna be using my lip product for my cheeks. This is the Clinique Chubby Stick in Fuller Fig. This is my absolute favorite like tinted lip balm, but I just used it on my cheek and it worked. So basically what you're gonna do, this is almost out. I'm just gonna dot it on like the high points of my cheek. And the good thing is this is a lip balm, so it's super glowy, and I'm just gonna pat that in. See how pretty that is? Oh my god, it's like glossy and glowy. We're an improvising bitch. We're good there. Okay, so now we're gonna be using a cream highlighter. The Colourpop Super Shock highlighters are these like literally so cool, like almost bouncy cream formula. Again, left that at work, but I highly recommend those. They're incredible. But what I do have in front of me that I'm going to try out for the first time, you could also go with powders, you guys, like totally. Like I have a Milani blush here that's incredible, the Flower Pot blushes that are incredible. I might pop a little bit on top of it, but I'm really trying to avoid using like too much powder today. So I did get this to try out. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Hello Halo Liquid Highlighter. Oh, sick. It's like a little doe foot. Okay, so we're just gonna dab that. That might be really bright. Let's see. Bitch. So pretty. I'm also gonna take it up on my brow bone and above that. Sort of like in a C shape here. I told you we wanted to glow today. Guys, look how blinding that is. Holy fuck. You could totally use less than that if you don't want to look like the Tin Man. Great, we love this. That was awesome. So we're really glowy. We do need to set a little bit because if you want your makeup to last when you're sweating and you're really hot, you have to set it with powder. You could either use a loose translucent or colored, whatever you're feeling, powder, which is really great. I have the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is awesome, but I think I'm going to use a pressed powder today, just because again I'm not using a beauty blender, so hold please. All right, so I'm gonna use my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I use this all the time. If you guys have been here, you know. But I'm just gonna take a little fluffy brush and I'm gonna dip that in there, and I'm just gonna lightly like drag across where I get oily. So in my T-zone on my forehead, we wanna set our concealer so it doesn't crease. So I'm just gonna brush. I want to leave the whole outer perimeter of my face not powdered because I want that to look like wet and glowy. So I've just covered where I have my concealer, so we're not going to crease and it'll last longer. I am going to use a powder bronzer because your girl likes to be bronzed. So I'm going to use Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep Bronze. It's my favorite. The tone of it is perfection. It smells like a tropical vacation. So this one, so you're pretty much the only brushes I've used really are a powder brush, a bronzer brush, I think. Yeah, so far I've only needed 2 brushes here. So I'm gonna dip in here and I'm just gonna lightly set where I put the cream contour. And I'm just patting that in, I'm not swiping it. And I'm gonna just contour down my nose. Another item that I always recommend bringing is a mini highlight and contour palette. Again, this is like so you have a one and done. This is LA Girl Pro contour powder. You get a highlight and a contouring shade, so you could contour. You could put this under your eyes to brighten if you wanted. So that's a good one. Another powder that I'm obsessed with is the Fenty Beauty. This is a loose setting powder. Incredible. It's fucking flawless. It will make your face look flawless. It's insane. It's just like, it just depends if you want a high end or you want drugstore. This is absolutely incredible, but this is like ridiculous. It's so good. I used that at EDC Las Vegas and my face didn't move. Okay, really quickly, I just wanted to go over some palettes with you guys because like I said, if you didn't want to bring like a whole bunch of single items, there's so many great palettes out there that are like a one-stop shop. So Tarte, the Tarteist Pro Glow, this is great. You get 2 highlighting shades. These are blinding, and then you get a contouring powder. They have more versions. They have bigger versions of these. They have cream ones and they have powder ones. So that's good. Flower Beauty's Strobing palette. This is a highlighting palette. You get 3 shades in here. Incredible. This might be discontinued, but just look out for other things like this if you want to go high end. Becca times Chrissy Teigen, they did a gorgeous palette together. Ooh, and it's got like 2 highlighting shades, a blush and a bronzer. So this is what I mean by like getting a palette that will do it all. And like look at the size of that mirror. And then I got this from TJ Maxx, the Pro Fusion Highlight and Contour palette. This is really nice as well. You've got a contouring shade and then you've got a bunch of highlighting shades. So definitely think about bringing a palette with you. So now we're gonna move on to the eyes and then we're gonna wrap up this video because it's really, really long. I actually am gonna put on my lip. For your lip, it's totally up to you. You could use like a liquid lipstick so that it lasts all day, but I'm personally gonna be using a tinted lip balm because it's easy and I'm gonna be eating and drinking and all that kind of stuff at a camping festival. So I have Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in Red Dahlia. We'll try this out. Yeah, see, it's just super glossy. And that's like my natural lip color, but better. I really love that. And again, you could also use a Clinique Chubby Stick. That's really nice. It's just $5 versus $18. For eyes, like I said, I wanted to do a cream shadow, because this way, again, it's one and done. You can apply it with your fingers, and there's so many different ones out there. NYX has some really nice cream shadows. There's also like glitter shadows I wanted to show you guys, like Stila makes the Magnificent Metal glitter shadows. Pixie by Petra, this is an insane one I've used in one of my tutorials. This is really great. You can get it at Target. Flower Beauty has like their Glitter Warrior shadows, but I actually went and bought this from Revlon, Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in Caramel. I thought that looked really nice, and it goes with my whole like bronzed theme, and this is from the drugstore. And I'm gonna be putting this like pretty much like all over my lid. I just need a mirror. Ooh, that's really pretty. I'm gonna build that up a little. That's so pretty. It's just like a really light bronze. They had these in a bunch of different colors too, you guys, so you can like pick some fun colors. You can pick darker than this. I just really wanted like an overall glowy kind of bronze vibe. How many times am I gonna say glowy in this fucking video? See, I just feel so good in this makeup. That's what's like important. You should feel like yourself, but like elevated, and that's what I feel like this kind of ends up turning out like you're just like glowy, summery, and it's nothing heavy. Like I kind of wanted to look, I don't know, like it's a camping festival. You don't want to look like super heavy. So what else we're gonna do, you can totally skip this step, but I found this. I think I got it in Birchbox, or like one of my monthly makeup things. This is from LOC. It's called Champagne Problems. It's a shadow stick. I'm gonna be popping this in my inner corner. Pretty, and then on my brow bone. It's like literally blinding. Also, if you really wanted to, you could easily just go in with your bronzer and just like smoke that out. I actually might do that under my eye real quick. Okay, so next could just be like liner and mascara and call it a day. I'm definitely gonna take, you could either take a brown or a black depending on how like severe you wanna go. I'm just gonna use a brown eyeliner called Corrupt from Urban Decay. Okay, so now I'm just gonna fill in my brows. Some options for you guys. If you don't wanna do your brows at all, you have natural full brows like me, you don't even wanna put color, I use Essence Clear Brow Gel, so that's really great. If you wanna add a little color and you don't wanna bring a pencil, you don't wanna worry about anything, NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. So fucking good, and they have a bunch of colors. I'm in the color Espresso, I love that. If you want a pencil, I recommend Colourpop's pencil, and then I also love this. This is the Brow Stylist Definer from L'Oreal. But for me, I'm just gonna use the Tinted Brow Gel because I have really full brows. So I'm just gonna comb up and just drag this through and comb them up. And this just adds a subtle amount of color and will keep them in place. This video is gonna be a million years long. Sorry guys. Okay, brows are done. For mascara, again, I feel like this is where you can lean into the minis section. I have so many like mini mascaras that I love. I also am obsessed with my I Love Extreme Lashes from Essence. Oh my god, Essence is so good with their mascaras, and they're all like $4. But I'm just gonna pop on the Marc Jacobs because I've been obsessed with it again lately. This used to be one of my favorites, and then I forgot about it, and then I got the mini and I was like, bitch, it's so good. I got a little mascara up here, so you just need to let that dry and then rub it away with a Q-tip, and it just like flakes right off. But right now, like, I need to let my mascara dry before I touch it. All right, so you gotta set everything with the setting spray just to like lock everything in place, and this will keep it from budging, from creasing, and it's gonna make you look extra glowy. So a couple, the Urban Decay All Nighter is like a cult classic. People are obsessed with this. This is the travel size, which is great. I also have been obsessed with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus sprays. These are so affordable and they're incredible, and they come in cucumber scented, rose, and coconut. I ran out of coconut. This is rose. But today I'm gonna be showing you my secret weapon. This is from Supergoop. It's the Defense Refresh Setting Mist Broad Spectrum SPF 50. So this is a skincare line. It's a sunscreen line, Supergoop. It's incredible, but I'm obsessed with this. It's a setting spray with SPF 50 in it. So if you didn't put sunscreen on underneath, which you should, but if you didn't, you can set your makeup with sunscreen. So it smells so good. You smell like sunscreen. Okay, one last thing. I'm gonna be taking my highlighter here because I'm extra. You know we have to do this because we're not glowing enough. Oh, so this is the final look. I'll show you guys up close. This is perfect for a summer festival, perfect for a camping festival. It's so many easy to use products. One thing I did want to mention, I said before, the glitters. If you want to add glitters, I can show you really quickly. Colourpop makes a really great glitter. This one's like super gold, which is really fun. That's in the color Outside the Lines. I love this. It's a gel formula. And then this is the company Lavender Stardust. They make an aloe vera glitter gel. First off, it smells so good. It smells really, really good. And this one's like pink. Ooh, I'll show you guys on my shoulder. So this is, again, super, super easy to use. Like, how sickening is that? Oh god, that color though. Oh hell yeah, I'm using this for Electric Zoo. And it's an aloe vera, so it comes off really easily. And they had different colors of this too. And this whole pot, I think it was like 14 bucks or something, so it was a good price too. Why am I not going to a festival right now? I'm a glowy ass bitch. Now I'm really done, you guys. I just wanted to show you like a ton of different options, all different makeup products you can use. Again, everything will be listed down below in the description box if you want to pick up any of these items. I seriously love all of these. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this video, if you learned something new. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you subscribe, stick around, share this video with your friends. I'm gonna go stare at my glitter for another 15 minutes. Thanks, see you in my next video. Bye guys.